Hi everyone, it's Veronica here, and here we go. It is happy. Let's see if we can get us going on the other side here. We got a lot going on right now. Let's see if we can get ourselves going. There we go. Hi everyone. How are you? Happy Wednesday night. It's Veronica here from Vintage Meet Modern. I hope that you are having a wonderful evening. If you're just joining us, go ahead, say hello. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what you're up to and how things are going. It was a really beautiful day here, and then it got cool around here around 5 o'clock, and then all of a sudden fall just rolled right in, and it was like our fall weather, and it's kind of rainy and cold, and it's just amazing what a few hours can make such a difference in Chicago. We really do get it all in one day. But I'm so excited because we're here and it's Jewelry Party Wednesday, and I have loaded up the trays. I've got all kinds of gorgeous pieces to show to you. And if you've never shopped with us before, or you've never tuned in for a live before, this is a wonderful opportunity to be able to see all of these gorgeous vintage jewelry treasures, learn a little bit about them, especially if you're new, or as I like to say, we're all students for life. So you can learn something new every time you tune in. And I hope we'll inspire you to add some of these pieces to your collection. I have been busy today. I've had a lot of video interviews. If you joined us over on Instagram, we were talking all with Stacy from Darling Clutch Co. today. I was chatting with Andrea from Lost Orchid Interiors, and we were talking about all the wonderful things that have to do with the Grand Millennial Movement, which is really just embracing things that you love from the past with your modern life. So it's truly Vintage Meet Modern style. So I see we have got Jamie here from Alabama. I think we've got a couple other Alabama girls here too. I think Rhonda's out in that direction also. I see Margaret's here. I know she's an East Coast girl. So I know we've got people who from all over the country and all over the world. So sit back and relax, because everything that you see here is available on the Vintage Meet Modern website. I see Deb is here. Deb is the southwest suburbs of the Chicago area. So we got all kinds of people who are joining us. So I'm very excited because, as you can see, I have a whole new tray full of goodies, and I've got all kinds of beautiful and unique pieces. And yes, Jamie says that it's blazing here in Alabama. Well, it is definitely sweater weather here. So I can tell you that it's very nice, but it is definitely sweater weather. I miss the warm weather already. So speaking of the warm weather, and I don't know if you all saw earlier, if you were catching some of my, I'm going to show you first up two of my little favorite pieces that we have tonight. So these are a set of vintage 1940s scatter pins, and I am selling them together. They're a really lovely pair. They're like little stars, and I love to remind everybody that what's kind of fun about the little stars are there's a lot of different ways that you can wear them. So if you saw me earlier today, these are just like the petite and perfect sizes. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Rhonda. Hello, girls. How is everyone? Very happy to see all you. We got a lot of people watching, so everybody say hello. And make sure that you tell me who you are as well. So I have these very pretty petite little scatter pins. These are both 1940s. They're both pot metal set. They both have prong set stones. The citrine color has got foil back that's behind it, and the little one that is with the star that's with the clear is a closed back. They're both super sparkly and super pretty. They're really easy to wear. And remember, there's a lot of different reasons why I like these, besides the fact that they are a nice smaller size, is that these look really cute also on the points of collared shirts. So if you like adding something to that, it's also fun to add them to the collars of a jean jacket as well too. And these also look really cute on either like your little beanies, or if you wear like a little beret. These are like the perfect size to tuck on a little hat. You can also do them on like a little velvet clutch, and you can pin them along here. So lots of different ways to be able to wear and enjoy those little scatter pins, which are definitely some of my favorites. Up next, I'm going to talk about another one of my favorites because it's just absolutely too good not to. And I truly don't know how this piece was still here from this collection this week. Maybe it's because it's meant to wind up in my jewelry box. And we were just talking, I was talking about that with somebody who collects fine art and then also sells it. And she was saying that, you know, she has this 8x10 watercolor that she absolutely loves and adores. And she thought that it was going to be something that people instantly were going to gravitate towards. And she says that she still has it. And she feels like maybe the reason why is because it partially just didn't find the right person and partially because she loved it so much. But in any case, either way, Lily of the Valley jewelry is always very collectible. And this piece is outstanding. This piece features white freshwater cultured pearls. So these are not a faux pearl. And then it features these genuine jade little teardrop shapes that are with it too. It is a very, very well made piece. And, you know, I have on navy and white today. And you can see how pretty the white and even the green pops against navy. So this is a really pretty one. And the other thing that I wanted to, I don't have them with me. Oh, actually, I do have them with me. How silly is that? I'm digging in my pockets because literally, so who has ever watched Mad Men? One of my favorite things about the iconic 1950s, 1960s era is that you always see that when women get on their phones, specifically at Mad Men, you could always tell when Joan was going to have a more dramatic conversation because as soon as she put the phone up to her ear, she would pull the clip off just like that so she could talk better. So that was kind of my Mad Men moment. I used to love, you knew that Joan was going to get serious about something if she pulled the earrings off. But in any case, as many of you know, I have pierced ears, but I only wear clip because out of metal sensitivity. But I have a really fabulous classic pair of white large millimeter Majorca style pearls. And I just put them on to show you how pretty this really beautiful pin with the Lily of the Valley and the cultured pearls looks with classic pearl jewelry. So if you have other classic pearl pieces, this would be a great piece to mix with your fine jewelry because it has fine jewelry elements to it. So it's a really nice size. As you can see, it goes very nicely against navy, but this would go with basically any kinds of colors. And the materials are just really wonderful. Like I said, we're dealing with genuine pearls and genuine semi-precious stones. So it's a really beautiful piece and it's a nice size piece, but it's lightweight too. So very easy to be able to wear with a variety of different styles and against a variety of different fabrics. Just a really outstanding piece. All right, next up, let's talk about some of the other really gorgeous pieces that we have. Speaking of pearls, we've got this awesome pearl cha-cha bracelet. So I love this piece. Again, looks so pretty with classic elements. It's just kind of one of those must-have pieces. And, you know, pearl jewelry, especially pearl bracelets, are a little bit harder to find. And also it's harder to find pieces that you can be hard on with your wrist. So this one's nice because it has a lot of little pearls. Each of the pearls are also capped with the little gold findings that attaches them. This is another one that's great because it's expandable. So you can very comfortably wear it on whatever wrist you are more comfortable with. And it's got a real classic style to it. You know, anything with pearls is always going to be elegant and appropriate. So this one is definitely a gorgeous piece. And again, I love this one because you can mix it with all kinds of just other classic pearl jewelry and it's always going to look great. So that's another fun find that we have this week. Another great one that we have that is so fall inspired is this beautiful Victorian book chain revival style piece. And it features these really beautiful art glass style stones. So upon first glance, this actually looks like a lucite bracelet that we had a while back ago. It was like a lucite thermoset and it had orange. But that one was all just a matte color with a pearlized finish to it. This one features these really pretty different kinds of art glass, and it kind of reminds you of the way that you've got an abstract palette. So it has all the beautiful fall colors that run through it. It's got like all the different shades of leaves. So a little bit of orange, a little bit of brown, tiny bit of green, a little bit of black edges, and it just has a real warm, vibrant tone to it. It also is on that nice, thicker book chain that many of us like. You know, we gravitate towards the vintage pieces, especially since the book chain is not exactly something that you see when you're adding jewelry to your collection now. So it does have that sort of romantic style quality to it. It has a fold over clasp. Listen carefully. Nice tight snap. And it fits a small, medium wrist vest. But it goes so beautifully with so many other pieces that we have. So we've got these gorgeous Heidi Daus earrings, and you can see if you pick up the same colors. Ooh, I'm going back and forth on my own wrist. You can pick up the same colors that you see in the rhinestones that you do in the bracelet. So this is another really awesome fall statement look to it. You've got those gorgeous earrings, and then you have a really beautiful bracelet that picks up on the same color. If you like something that's a little bit more smaller, we also have got this shrimp style pair of earrings. This one is a cranberry enameled color, and it has just a hint of a very light amethyst colored rhinestone with it. This is a vintage Joan Rivers. This also looks amazing with this bracelet. This bracelet goes with so many different things. So you've got the Heidi Daus on one side, you've got the shrimp style on the other, and both of them go awesome with this bracelet. So we've got 1980s and a 1980s, but we've got a 1950s, 60s era bracelet. So that's a good one that we have. You can switch this out if you want to do the brown tones, and you can pull out the more coppery colors and pull out, and you can do more of something with the gold stone and with the gold. We have a beautiful pair of vintage coral that you can bring out more of the orangey tones with. You can see there. And we also have got this awesome pair. So this is a faceted crystal in like a cranberry color. And I really like the deeper red with the oranges and the kind of golden tones too. So you can easily be able to match up your reds with these pieces also. And also if you see that this is like this little elongated shape, you can see that you've got the elongated shape with the, I know Alicia says Joan Rivers equals quality, and I know I like to say that it does equal quality, but if I'm speaking a little softer, it's because everybody here knows that that's kind of an open secret, as they say. A lot of people say, Joan Rivers, she made jewelry, and people are like, really? And then like serious jewelry collectors are like, yeah, she made jewelry. She made really nice jewelry that looks really fabulous all the time. So speaking of that, can we not get a small jewelry round of applause for these earrings? So these are the gold urns. I'm looking for these. See, I had a whole tray full of pieces. I'm looking for the match to this gold urn, which has to be here. There it is. It was just upside down. These are so fabulous. And I don't think it matters whether you wear your hair up more or down more. They are just the nice, right shade to be able to be dressed up or dressed down. They are just the most elegant, heavy 18 karat gold plated. You can call them a conch, you can call them a shell, you can call them whatever you want them to be. I think that they remind me of a gold urn, and they are just a very beautiful, well-balanced pair of vintage earrings that can carry you through all the decades. They are signed, so you can have an appreciation for the fact that they are Joan Rivers and they are signed. And for those of you that do know, she makes really high quality pieces that you can just enjoy over and over again. So this is a pair of earrings that you could wear once a week. And for, roughly the cost of once a week, you could have them for like $1 per week. So they're a great investment. And I was speaking with somebody today also that we were talking about how that we're so happy, especially even with all the negativity that has been going on in the world, that people are having more of an appreciation for the vintage and the antique things just because they're made so much better. And so even if you're staying home or you're not doing as much as you used to, I'm always telling you that it's best to try to look and feel your best underneath the circumstances. Trust me, with 3 kids right now and all the e-learning and hybrid learning and are we back on this and back again? I'm not going to deny it. There are days where it is a real struggle just to get myself ready while trying to keep up with everyone else's schedule. But as I showed you yesterday, a little lipstick and some great jewelry will really take you a long way. So just keep that in mind tonight. So if you're feeling like you need a little pick-me-up, like I said, I love lipstick. Claudia, who helps take our pictures, love lipstick. We'll tell you all the lipstick and all the jewelry that you need. And whether you got your sweats on or your sequins, we're all good together. So I do think that these are another fabulous pair of earrings that we have tonight. They go really nicely. And for those of you who collect classic gold jewelry too, you can always feel really good about collecting these kinds of earrings because they're going to go with everything you have in your collection. Well, so speaking of fall, And as you know, like I said, I have on navy today. And I love that we have this really sweet, beautiful acorn pendant, which if it doesn't feel and say fall with what kind of jewelry you have on, this is definitely the piece. We don't need to beat around the bush with this one. So this is a really great example of classic figural designs that were very well made in the 50s and the 60s era. So this one features a flat link gold chain, and it has a solid lucite in a cream color, which could also go really nicely with pearls. You could definitely be able to pull it up with your different kinds of pearl pieces. It has a cream undertone to it. And so this one has got it's got a brushed gold tone around the cap with sort of chevron style markings to give the shell a little bit of dimension. And then it features 2 solid lucite pieces, and it also is on a longer chain. So for those of you who like wearing something at a longer length, as you can see, which you all know, I like being able to wear things at a longer length. This is a nice pendant, especially to wear tunic style or when you're going to wear it with sweaters. So this is another great piece we have. This one is a fun find. It's a high quality find. It's definitely something that has that kitschy, retro, cool that we all love when we think about our past decades, but at the same time, it's perfectly relevant and just modern and chic to be able to wear now. Plus, it does have that really fall fun feeling to it. So it's one thing to be able to change your colors, which I know so many of us do at this time of year. We start having more of the warm tones brought into the types of things that we wear. You know, we're already getting ready to cuddle up with our hot cocoa, our apple cider, our pumpkin spice latte, whatever we enjoy as the weather begins to change. Or even if we live in warmer places, we're still thinking about our pumpkins and our harvesting and those types of things. So I think women naturally do gravitate more towards the warm tones, which is why we had this be the Autumn Glow collection or the Welcoming Autumn collection, because I feel like we're all more in the mood for that now. So if you're seeing a lot of pieces that have those kinds of colors, that's the reason why. But don't forget, a lot of these pieces are also perfect to wear with your creams and your golds. And you can also wear this even with your cool tones as well too. So if you're more of a lighter blue person or you like your pastels as well, there's a really easy to be able to mix these pieces in with your look as well. So this is the medallion style brooch that features the amber and the smoky topaz crystals and rhinestones. It's a tiered piece. It is set on a filigree back. It has sort of champagne colored stones. And I like this one because it does bring out all of those colors together. So these are also a pair of champagne style Aurora Borealis earrings that we have. These are also a really nice pair. They have a champagne color to them. And for those of you who love Aurora Borealis, this is a nice warmer tone on the cool toned crystal that we normally see. So this is made in Austria style. These are a little button wired clip styles. These are also wired onto a gold back. And this has got a really, really nice sparkle that goes with it. We also have a single strand in the topaz that goes with this very, very nicely. It's a shorter length, but you could add a lengthener or add an extender to it if you liked it. But this one actually, as you can see, gives you a really nice glow, and it also flashes whatever color you put with it. So as you can see, I have on the navy today, so you can see little flashes of blue, and you can also pick up a gray tone, but you also see the warmth that you can put of putting the warm together with a cool tone, which is obviously one of the beauties of the Aurora Borealis. It's that magic iridescent color changing stone that goes with everybody. So even though I like shorter or longer necklaces for the most part, this fits me very comfortably with an sort of as an 18-inch. This is a shorter one, so it's falling at like a 16-inch, but I certainly don't feel like it's choking me. I do like having the matching earring, and I think that it's nice to be able to tie the two of them together. And I think this is definitely one that you can either really dress up by putting both of the pieces together, but you could also easily be able to wear this during the day. Now, for those of you who like being able to wear simpler pieces or layering pieces up, this is actually one that you could even layer up with like long, like simple gold chains, simple silver chains. You know, you could even, you know, you could become very bohemian or very layered up if you wanted to be able to put this with thinner pieces too, like you're seeing the jade pendant here. So lots of different ways to be able to wear this one. We had that very pretty jelly opal stick pin that we had. We have the stick pin, but this was actually a piece that I was going to say that you could layer up with the necklace, but the necklace sold. So this is the little stick pin. This one is another favorite one that I really like this week because it also has that iridescent glow to it. It's so pretty. It just picks up all of the different colors that you see. This is a 1940s. It's a gold filled. It's a very beautiful stick pen. And I really like, again, this is another fun one to be able to stick through your collar or to stick through your favorite jacket, like even if you have a jean jacket. But what I would really envision this on is this would be so sweet on like a little white beret or like a cream beret. It would be a beautiful piece. And you know, hats are making a comeback. So it's really super fun to think about all the different ways that you would be able to wear that piece. Now, speaking of Aurora Borealis, we have another piece I really love this week. This is the purple Aurora Borealis necklace. And this one's a great one because even though we were just talking about warmer tones, you're going to see how pretty this looks with the navy. So even though you might think like, oh, I'd wear that with a brighter color, you can see how beautiful that this will take on more of the blue tones if you wear it with more of the blue tones. So this one is the double strand. For those of you who just love that 1950s old Hollywood glam, this is it. So this is a really beautiful piece. This one is a purple color and it's got a J hook on it. It does have a graduated strand, so it's really easy to be able to wear. And you can wear this with other classic crystal jewelry. So this is another one where you don't have to feel like you need all of the pieces of the set together. It's just another great piece to be able to add to your collection. And of course, we see the traditional colors, and even as well as we had that Aurora Borealis a little earlier in the topaz tone. It's fun to see how you can pick this up in other colors. And we haven't had purple in a really long time. We've had some purple Aurora Borealis brooches, but we haven't had any purple Aurora Borealis necklaces. All right, I feel like my head is a weird shape for hats. I've never found a shape that looks right for me. Well, I know a hat girl, so maybe we should have her come be on our show sometime or chat with us because she knows way more about hats than I do. My favorite part about hats is finding something that you can pin a brooch to, and that's what I look for when I pick hats. So, and then also, well, I don't know, Alicia, you live where it's cold too. You live in South Dakota, don't you? So it's cold there also. I feel like you need a hat. Here in Chicago, having a good hat is like a requirement. So, all right, and speaking of requirements, let's talk about pearls. This is a really gorgeous piece that I have from Barclay. This one features a golden pearl. So this is not a true white pearl. This is a golden pearl. And this one features a flat link with a capped pearl. And of course, I'm getting to that point of the night where I'm always scared that I'm going to get something stuck in my hair. And this one, it does fit like a shorter. It fits like a choker, but it does have a fold over clasp. So it'd be very easy to make it longer. But as you can see, it's got a very creamy colored pearl. And this one is just a really great piece, especially if you like pieces that have a pearl, but that also have that creamy, elegant color. So that's another great one that we have tonight. Oh, and how can I not show this? Oh, this is absolutely one of the hands down, one of the best pieces we have. This is a unsigned gold dot. We've had different variations of this piece throughout the years. We had I think most recently, it was somebody who bought the bezel set necklace that had the clear crystals in it. It might have been Carolyn. We've had that one. I know that Gina Middleton has the earrings and has the goldette. See, there's nothing wrong with it. I just got the J hook stuck in my hair. Here I was trying to straighten out all the crystals. And as you know, it's getting to that point in the evening where I'm going to get nervous. That's going to get caught in my hair. And I don't know what's going to be worse. If I'm going to have to call Mr. Vintage Meet Modern to cut it out of my hair. It's like kind of like this irrational fear that I have. Or that, you're all going to see me freaking out on camera that I can't get it off. Like, that's the fun part of trying to try on all these necklaces. So this is the vintage gold dot. It is a bib style, as you can see, and it feels the neckline really nicely. It definitely has that Egyptian revival feel to it. It has that dramatic feeling of having the bib necklaces from the 1960s. And it also has that warm smoky topaz crystal that's bezel set that's put in all the pieces. The other thing that's really cool about it is that it also has all of these really unique and interesting links in between all the bezel sets. So it's not really super traditional in that it's got the thin chain with the little bezel sets that have more of an Art Deco feel. This, like I said, has more of an Etruscan or more of an Egyptian revival. And the gold has got like a lot of little different sculptural lines to it. But as you can see, you can totally wear it very classically. Again, this is just a classic navy wrap sweater, and it's look very classic with just your other gold jewelry. But this one also would be really stand out with black. It's very easy to wear with a white, and you can always wear it with loads of gold bangles on it. You can wear it with simple earrings. You can just do a lot of different things with it. But it is lightweight as well. It's very comfortable to wear. So in terms of investing in a statement necklace, this is definitely one that you can feel good about wearing. And it's one that definitely people are going to compliment you on because it's very different than anything else that you might see out there. And it just has a very, very lovely crystals. The bezel set crystals on here are beautiful. They're a prong set and everything is in excellent condition. There's no wear to the plating on it either. So we have got that piece. We also have got a mid-century modern bracelet. This is an unsigned Juliana. I mean, all Juliana jewelry is unsigned, but this is a piece that has been in a variety of different colors. We've seen it before. We've had this one in pinks and purples before. We've had this one also in a darker color with like blues and greens in it. And now this time we have it in the golds and opaline. So you can see a little bit of iridescence in this one. This one, it's got all glass cabochons that are on it. And it also has got a little bit of rhinestones that have been stuck in it as well too. And then this one is featured on an articulated wide gold backing. And it also features a fold over clasp. And this one's pretty because this one has got a little bit of opaline to it. So even though it's got a little bit of a golder tone to it, you also see the iridescence that goes with it as well. So there we go. We've got the bracelet featuring these really beautiful opaline stones, and it also goes all the way around. So you see the design on all sides when you have it. And it's got a nice, tight, secure, we'll do our listen test. It's got a nice, tight, secure clasp on it too. So you can feel very good about that one. Also, we have got a really outstanding Regency. So this one is a yellow. This one's another great one, even though it's a brighter color. It's a really beautiful one to be able to wear, especially with darker colors. I've always said that if you like wearing black and white, like if you like wearing polka dots, or if you like wearing like the animal prints and like the blacks and whites, the yellow is always a really pretty complement to put with it. And this one has got tons of sparkle with the Aurora Borealis. And actually, it looks like the yellow is really bright, but as you can see when I put it on, it's actually very toned down. It's more of a muted yellow. And again, it's one of those pieces that, depending on what you put with it, it will take on different colors that you have it with. So this one is another great piece. This one is also a Regency, and Regency, of course, is very high quality. It was known for their quality, and also it has all these beautiful different definitions in terms of the composition of it. It's got a nice little layered tier, and then the back features all kinds of closed stones, and then it's got the little wheels that's attaching everything. So very nice attention to detail on this one, and really beautiful coloring. Now let's talk about some of the statement earrings that we have, because we've got some great statement earrings this week. We have got these really fabulous large gold leaves from Richelieu, which is one of my favorites. Another very high quality designer. Lots of really beautiful ads that featured their pieces in the 1950s and 1960s. And these are just a nice classic gold leaf with the pearl edition in the center. So it looks like really beautiful classic fall jewelry. The other thing is the brushed gold tone on these is so elegant. It's a really beautiful, elegant gold styling. The leaves have a beautiful casting, so you can really see the definition and the styling of them. And it's just very nice, very easy to mix this again with your other classic pearl jewelry. And the other thing is these are a nice larger size, but they're really light. They're definitely a pair of clip earrings that you could comfortably wear all day long and feel really good about it. And, you know, we were talking so much about how that, you know, many of us are spending more time on Zoom or even FaceTime with our families. And this is always a great idea to put a pair of statement earrings on because they're a quick and easy way to make you look and feel your best, and they don't really interfere with like your hands when you're washing dishes or when you're typing away on your computer. You know, earrings are always a really great go-to to help you look and feel your best and then frame your face without even having to stress over having a whole face of makeup on. So I always like to remind people that people will focus on your earrings, especially on the days where you don't even feel like you look and feel your best. And that's always a really nice compliment, especially when people say to you, "Oh, I love your earrings." So we also have a really beautiful hematite style brooch that features this sort of moon glow glass cabochon, and then it has these very dark, sort of dramatic, deep hematite mirrored stones. With also the faceted rhinestones. So this one is another really great piece. And I'm just going to show you here, for those of you who like being able to wear V-necks. I wear a lot of wrap sweaters in the fall and in the winter. It's just a easy style for me to be able to wear. And for those of you who like wearing wrap styles, this one is a really nice way to be able to kind of frame the V-neck. I've actually closed this together. And you can also kind of adjust the neckline too. So if you like something that has a more modest neckline, but you wear V-necks or you wear these sort of wrap style tops, which of course were very comfortable, very flattering. They go great on everyone. You can always use these types of brooches to kind of close your V-necks and your wrap sweaters as well too. So this one is a great piece. It has very nice neutrals to it, but for those of you who are looking for something that has more of a muted tones as well as kind of pulls up on that black, I know I hear so many people tell me all the time, I wear black all the time. Well, if you like wearing darker tones, this is another really great piece too. And the workmanship on here is really wonderful. You can see this one has got all closed back stones. And these stones are also in excellent condition. You don't see any kind of wear to any of the foil. And there's also no hash marks and no marking on the hematite as well, which is another really great thing. So I did show you earlier that we had this really beautiful purple strand, but we also do have a really beautiful, for then we're talking about those darker metal tones again too. This one is in a gunmetal setting, so this one's in a darker setting. This one is a pinwheel style brooch in the pinks and the purples. So this one is a great one. And again, you know, I have on navy today, so it's a darker color, but you can see how this really pops against even a darker color. But if you're a lighter color person, like you enjoy wearing pinks and blues and those types of colors, I'm trying to get the rollover class to stay, there we go. You can see how easy it is to put this on a classic color like navy, but you could definitely do it on other colors as well. So this one's a really nice one. It's a nice size, nice shape. One of the things that I also love to always impress upon people is this is a really easy one to prop on a brooch converter and then turn into a pendant. This one would also be a super cute piece to put on a hat too. So you can see if you want to put this one on medallion style, this one would be a really easy piece to do. And if you wear a beanie like me, you could just pin this right through the top of it and you could add a brooch that way as well too. So we talked about the bracelets. Oh, I can't believe we haven't showed this one yet. So I was so impressed that Barbara was able to guess at who this little cutie was made by. So it's HAR, which I was really surprised about. You know, HAR is more collectible than you think it would be, and frequently the pieces are more collectible because of the attention to detail and then the unique designs. And also there were limited productions of all of those pieces, so there's a great I'd say there's a lot of people who are out there looking for their pieces to add to their collection, not just because of the designs, but because of the quality. And there's just less of the pieces that are available that are out there. So I was really surprised when I turned this little swan over. I actually thought that it was Castle Cliff because it reminded me of the Castle Cliff swan bracelet, which we've had before. So when I turned it over and saw that it was HAR, I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen a piece like this. This also reminds me of the Boucher pieces, in that if you've ever collected Boucher, you know that there's a lot of attention to detail with how things are beaded. And that's what made me think that this would actually be in that kind of quality and design. So these are all little tiny turquoise beads that are glass. They're not lucite, and they've all been put on little articulated wires. They do have a little bit of movement to them. It's not going to move when you put them on, but they were all individually layered in the back. But what's so cool about it is you got to take it at a closer look. I know that we're out of focus, but this has got all these little tiny rhinestones that are actually prong set and that are capped at the top. So a lot of workmanship went into casting this sweet little piece. And it's a little swan. And the swan actually even does have like a little red ruby eye. So even attention to detail on the face of it. And it's just the sweetest little piece. Anne says that she likes it. And I see someone else says that she likes it. And the fun part about that is I think Anne has the swan bracelet that is from Castle Cliff. So I think that you probably saw this and said the same thing. I think that that's Castle Cliff, and it's not. It's HAR. The other thing is it's got really nice working and mechanism. Even this little area that's on the back here has been, it's like part of the cast created this like little basket that would actually tuck the little plumes or the little feathers of the swan inside of it. And that's just that kind of attention and detail work that you don't see in today's workmanship unless you're investing into fine jewelry. So for a designer piece of costume jewelry, this one was one that was very expertly made. I hope someone adds this one to their collection because it's going to be a great piece that's going to be a conversation starter as well. So, and you can see I have on dark navy, but this would look really great against a classic black. And then of course would pop against white too. Now, excuse me while I take a sip of my tea. It's been a lot of talking today, all about vintage jewelry and other great things. I'm looking to see what else we haven't talked about tonight. We also have a sweet pair of Coro earrings. So we have a lot of Coro collectors. I always like to tell people Coro is a great piece and great pieces to start with because if you're just beginning to start like a collection and you're out and you're about looking for your own collections, one of the things that is easy is that Coro is a name that's pretty recognizable. And so it's very easy. I'm looking for the match to this earring. I know that I already talked about it a little earlier tonight. And of course I have all of the pieces here. It's probably hidden under something else. So Coro is another one that's a really great one to start in terms of investment because you can always identify the pieces very easily by their signature. Also, Coro really led the way for putting all the patents for the jewelry designers so that people wouldn't be copying in designs. So if you enjoy the historical aspect of things, you can go crazy going through the patent office and seeing all the awesome jewelry that Coro has designed throughout the years and all the awesome patents that go with it, everything from mechanisms to designs to materials. So that's a fun one. This one is a really great pair of earrings. It features the lucite sort of jelly-bellied stones, and then it sort of has like a little leaf to it. It is a very pale gold tone, so it's got a warm sort of undertone with the lucite on it. And what I do love about these is that we frequently find them, but they have got little dark spots that are underneath it. But these are open back lucites and there's no dirt. So they're in excellent condition. And that's something that we really try to look for and work hard at when we're here at Vintage Meet Modern, is we want to be able to give you the best pieces that we can find so that they can live on and on with you. All right, speaking of pieces that I can't believe that I didn't show you, these stunners. Look at these beautiful earrings. So these are an ear crawler. They're unsigned, but they really look and feel like Weiss. They really do. So for those of you who love ear crawlers like I do, these are really, they're fabulous. They are an Aurora Borealis, and they have this sort of moon style design. you can see. And they're just a smaller ear crawler. They're not a really super gigantic one, but they do feature the Aurora Borealis tone, and you can put them with so many other awesome pieces that we have. So you can put them with that really smashing. Maddie Sharp says that she loves these. You know, Madison, you love all of those classic old Hollywood glam sort of stars, everything from Jane Seymour to Audrey Hepburn to Jackie Kennedy to Marilyn Monroe. I know you love all of those pieces from that era, and these definitely fit the bill. So these are the Aurora Borealis ear crawlers. Again, a couple things to point out about how beautiful these are. The first of all is there's a really nice variation in the size of the stones that were chosen. So you get a lot of sparkle, and you've got the prong setting is nice too, because it is a dog tooth prong set. So they're very tiny prongs that are going around it. But the same golden color that is in that golden Aurora Borealis color is also in the same color of the rhinestones. Okay, another really great thing that is really wonderful about these is that the Aurora Borealis coating is on the outside of the stones of these, and then it's also going to be on the foil backs. And there is no wear to any of the foil on the front of these stones. Now, the next thing that I look for and that I love to be able to show you is that these are closed back stones, and there's no wear to the plating on them as well. They're also, white, super sparkly. I love ear crawlers. Yeah, exactly. And they're fabulous. They're great because you can really put them with anything. You can wear them with other Aurora Borealis jewelry, or you can wear them with, classic other pieces as well too. Anything that sort of has the same kind of sparkle to it, you can pull that up. So nice size, nice shape, perfect to wear with your hair up or your hair down. And also they're just a great pair for you to have as part of your collection. Even if you just have one pair of rhinestone statement earrings, go for the ones that have the Aurora Borealis, because then they're literally magical. They'll go with whatever you have. Okay, what else do I have here? Oh, okay, so for speaking of pieces, people who like things that are a little bit more simple, they're looking for something to wear with their everyday look, even though we all know that we're all about the sparkle. We also have a great Accessicraft piece. So for those of you who really loved that Accessicraft lion scarf pin that we had, remember, I always like to remind people Accessicraft is a wonderful company to study, especially if you like any of the fashion and the design elements to it. Because even though Accessicraft company was in New York and they were more focused on accessories, I mean, very well known for the Accessicraft belts. But keep in mind, Donald Stannard, Anne Klein, Donna Karan, lots of famous people worked for Accessicraft before they went on to have their own designs. Look who's here. You say hello to everybody? Hello. Mr. Michael has been very busy with his e-learning and very busy with school and baseball and all those good things. I'm going to zoom out. See you later, Michael. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. So thank you, everybody. Michael's still well. Everybody here is healthy. So we're that e-schooling and everything it's been a real challenge. So this is the Accessicraft jade glass necklace, and it's a longer piece and it has a delicate chain. And again, for those of you who like being able to wear things with more tunics and sweaters and those types of things, this is a great one. And you can figure out how you want to wear the beads. If you want to wear them, asymmetrical and layered up with other pieces, or if you just want to wear it long with a sweater, this one is a great one. Also, I'd like to point out that it does have the same jade color as the brooch that I was showing you earlier. And I always love the Accessicraft pieces because they're just a very high quality. So that's one of the best parts about them. Even if you know the name Accessicraft, you know that there are famous designers that you also recognize their name that worked for them and helped create these beautiful designs before they went on and had their own companies. So that is another really super fun thing when it comes to collecting some of these pieces. Okay. So we've talked about the Joan Rivers earrings that we have. We have another pair of fun Joan Rivers. Even though we're headed into fall, we've got a great pair of daisy earrings that are another of those smaller shrimp style. These feature a white daisy with a little bit of a yellow center, and these are with the black enamel. Lots of people saying, hi, Mr. Michael. I will tell him all that you all said hello. So these are the little daisy earrings with the black enamel. These are another vintage Joan Rivers. So this is another great pair that we have. We've got some really beautiful little gold leaves with the copper stone or the gold stone. This is another great, just if you want to feel like you've got fall on. These are literally fall earrings. So this is another beautiful pair that we have. It's like a nice brushed gold tone. And this one goes really nice with any of the ambery tone style jewelry that you see too. And that's got a really nice, beautiful definition with the leaves as well. So we've got those. We talked about the acorn necklace, which again, I think is just such a fabulous piece in the cream. I love anything that's kind of that retro, kitschy cool. Well, we've got that pink pinwheel brooch. So for those of you who like the pink, and then the other thing is this is a gunmetal silver instead of the classic gold that we've been showing you a lot of tonight. And I really think that, the other outstanding pieces that anyone should love to have in their collection are that amazing unsigned gold dot. Like I said, this is just such a fabulous piece. And of course, like I said, my crown jewels of this collection are this really outstanding Lily of the Valley with the jade and then the faux pearl bracelet. I think that these are just beautiful pieces that you could have in your jewelry box today, tomorrow, and forever. Especially this piece is because it features the cultured pearls with the jade. So that's what we have. We have got so many beautiful pieces, just pieces that have been sourced from all over the world. Like I said, everything here is going to elevate your style. It's going to help you look and feel your best, and everything is completely unique to you. So lots of beautiful treasures for you to choose from. And, we're super excited. We've got gorgeous pieces here for you. Everything that you saw tonight is online over at vintagemeetmodern.com, and it's part of our Autumn Glow collection. And if you have any questions about anything, please don't hesitate to ask. That's what we're here for. If you've got styling questions, you've got questions about the jewelry, we're here to help you with a little bit of all of it so that you can look and feel your best everywhere you go. So I am so grateful for all of you tuning in tonight. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. Jewelry Party Wednesday is for sure my favorite night of the week. I love getting to connect with all of you. I hope you learned a little something, and I hope that you find the perfect piece to add to your look. So with that, I'm telling you all that I'm thinking about all of you. I want you all to take time to celebrate your personal style so that you can share your sparkle everywhere you go. So it was super fun. Thank you, Randy, for joining us. Thank you, Aunt Lauren. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Ann. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Rhonda. And we've got a whole lot of other people who I can see who have joined us tonight too. And everybody give Ms. Leanne a round of applause for, of course, giving out all of the links to the listings tonight as well. So if you need to find something that we were just showing you, you can either go ahead and look through the comments because she was posting the links up there, or you can go and see everything over at Vintage Meet Modern. So everyone have a fabulous night. It was so wonderful to get to connect with all of you. And I, of course, will see you again real soon. Thank you. Bye.